Well, are you a harried traveler?
Well, I always tell you like it is.
Yes.
I had a doctor waiting here for me.
Really?
Yes, I did. And he gave me a vitamin B12 shot, he told me it was, and a vitamin B shot. Yeah. And my head is on fire.
Your head is on fire?
Literally on fire.
Let me see.
I wish I felt like this when I was working. What do you do when people drop dead on your floor show?
It actually happened.
You have any?
This has happened.
You mean I've done it before?
No, I mean, no, but it's unpleasant memory. Good to see you.
Well, let's hope I'll be in a better shape by the time
well, as you warm up.
I should walk off if I can.
We had so many people wanted to have you back and talk to you, and I did. I want to know how you got through once again, the agony of opening night. I know you've written eloquently about what hell it is, opening night, and maybe more so for you, you've said.
Yeah, they ask me if it gets better as it goes along. It gets worse as it goes along, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the more you go through, the worse.
Yeah, because each time they compare you to the other times, you know. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, when I heard I was going to be in the trucking warehouse, I thought this is the end of the line, surely.
That's the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, my hands are itching. Isn't that terrible? What does that mean?
I don't know.
What have you got?
What am I going to do, dear?
Some disease.
Are you the guy that, are you the one that analyzes dreams?
Not me, no.
No.
I could try.
What do you do?
No, that's Janet Suzman, the one who doesn't analyze dreams.
I can't get up, you see.
What do you do?
You're the picture of Southern gallantry.
Oh, even on my deathbed, I suppose I'll shake hands with the doctor.
Would it be safe to say that you think about death more than the average person? It occurs in almost everything you write and everything.
We've been all through this.
We have a little bit, haven't we? We've done it to death, yes.
We've done it to death.
See,
I don't think about death anymore, except when I have these peculiar sensations, you know?
I see.
I mean, when I've never had a shot that made me whole head and my face turn to fire.
You don't feel hot. I checked your forehead and you seem...
again,
I'd have to touch a normal head to compare. I mean, have any trouble getting here? What was I going to ask you?
No, it was...
I always...
Yes, I had a great deal of trouble getting. Now my feet.
Certainly keeps moving, doesn't it?
Were you in on this?
No, I had nothing to do with that. We don't usually do that for our guests. Tell me, though, really, opening night, what do you remember about opening night? Did you stand in the back?
Well, I remember counting the house.
Yeah.
I was standing in the back counting the house, seeing if I could still draw a full house for opening night. And then, ultimately, they were all in. Mm-hmm. But even one or two critics were a bit late getting there. I got good notices from the ones that were late, though.
I wonder if they feel guilty about being late then, and they...
Well, actually, I'm very fond of Clive Barnes, you know. But he was a bit late, and I was sweating it till he got there.
Why do you put yourself through opening night? Why not just stay away? You can't affect it in one way or another.
People ask me why I go on writing, you know, why I continue to write for the theater. They say, surely, my mother keeps saying, son, you must find another occupation. I mean, she said that after in the bar of a Tokyo hotel, you know. Yeah. That was her only comment, son, you must find a new occupation. And I've been thinking of what I could do. I could go back to running elevators, I suppose.
Or shoe selling.
I don't think I could do that anymore. I was too active.
Yeah. You were a shoe salesman.
Mm.
Yeah. Your mother's alive?
Yes. I have a great deal of longevity. Otherwise, that doctor would have killed me just now.
Are you a vitamin nut, as they say? Do you take a great deal of vitamins?
No.
Just
not, once a week, maybe I'll have a vitamin shot.
Some of the B vitamins.
When I'm under a great deal of pressure. Now, before the play opened, my pulse rate was twice normal.
Twice normal?
120, yeah. For a while I was directing the thing myself.
Wow.
through some accident that occurred in the theater. You know, one of the little things. I had to direct for about 5 days. And then the actors said they felt like they were always auditioning rather than acting, so I was replaced by a very fine director, thank God.
Yeah.
And I hope that my pulse rate subsided, but for a while it was 120, which they say is twice normal.
Yes, that's a bit.
Well, I was resting quite well in Key West until I got this summons from my agent, and I'm glad it was to appear on your show. You know. Yeah.
Say thank you for. You wrote a note after you were on last time, and that's very nice.
Yeah.
It's not required, but it's a thrill to get a letter from Tennessee Williams, and in your own handwriting.
Yes, it was in my own handwriting.
Say, your brother ran for senator in
he
Illinois.
got a third of the votes.
That's right.
And you know, I flew out to Chicago to help him campaign. We held a press conference and we had Cupsinet there, you know. Cup, he's a good friend of mine. We had about 4 or 5 reporters. I don't think it was a very big showing of press. But anyway, we couldn't get on the radio, we couldn't get on television, and none of the press coverage appeared till the day after primary. The Daily Machine had really frozen all the media against Dakin.
And yet he did better
Yet
than
he got a
anyone
third.
predicted. Yeah.
Of the popular, he got a third of the vote, which I think was a great moral victory for Dakin. Shows you can still run on peace and love.
That was his slogan. Why is he out of the South? Most people.
What?
I was going to say most people from the South don't leave it, but that isn't true, is it?
Dakin was born in St. Louis. I was born 8 years before Dakin.
Oh,
you know.
the family had moved by then.
Yes.
So he's not a deep Southerner like yourself.
No, we talk all the same as if we came from the deep South, but Dakin was born in St. Louis.
There was a quote, I want to get it right here. John Osborne has said that the playwright John Osborne has said that your work influenced him a lot. I wrote this down.
Said that my work influenced him.
Your plays influenced him some. And
I mean, I'm angry, you mean?
well, I don't know which way he meant that, but he said America is as sex-obsessed as a medieval monastery. I don't know where that quote was made. Do you know? Can you?
Heavens, I don't know. I'll try to think of something to say about him, too.
Okay.
I like him, though. I like John Osborne. Yeah. Oh, I once told him he was the handsomest playwright I'd ever seen.
Well, he's an actor also, and he looks like a leading man.
And then he came back the next year for another compliment, I suppose, and I said, "You're getting too fat."
You didn't want him to get a swelled head, even though it was an attractive head. But we were talking about the South earlier, and I've heard a lot of people try to answer this question, and maybe you can. The old idea of why the South is so rich in writers. I mean, look, it's incredible. Faulkner and Hemingway, and not Hemingway, but I mean Faulkner and Catherine Ann Porter and Truman Capote and Tennessee Williams, and you can go on and on and on, and Eudora Welty, and thousands of great writers come out of the South. And not that many come out
You
of...
say playwriters come out of the South?
Playwrights, fiction writers.
Writers, yes.
Yeah,
Well, not many
anything.
playwrights come out of the South, not many.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to think of one.
Another Southern playwright.
Yeah.
But just writing, it seems to be that it's in the soil or in the land or in the water or something that people write better. And people from the South talk better than people from the North.
Yes, I think people have more to write about in the South. Heavens, people ask me that so often, but I can't explain it.
Nobody can.
No.
But I wonder aren't you curious about it? I mean, if you had been born in Dayton, Ohio, would you be Tennessee Williams or?
Well, I hope I wouldn't be Ohio Williams.
All right. Now you're going to get to interview me for a while.
Yes, I've been longing to ask you some questions.
What do you want? Have you really?
Yes, I told you had to shrink 3/4 of an inch before I went on with you again.
That's right. I was surprised at your stature.
Yeah,
when
I'm
we met,
5'6", you're 5 feet 6 3/4. Isn't that right?
Well, that's close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, that's right. When I met you, for some reason from your picture, you always appeared taller, and I said to...
Well, my head is rather large, isn't it?
You have the head of a large man.
Big head, yeah, big head.
And you're 5'6".
Yet somebody reported that I was 5'5", but I'm actually 5'6". Maybe I shrunk an inch over the years.
Perhaps you could sue them for that.
Yes.
Are you interested in politics?
I'm interested in my brother's politics, yes. Yes, I'm interested in, everyone has to be interested in politics, I think now. Now, I'll be a much better on this show when my fingers stop itching.
I wish I knew what it was about your fingers that's
Well,
itching. Have you been here?
Ask,
Have you been? Was there poison ivy on the plane?
No. Just the shot.
Yeah.
It's terrible because
How are your feet doing?
about the same.
They're about the same.
Now let's
Okay.
talk about my play. Say, I have to do a commercial here, don't I?
Oh yes, of course.
Well, I've got a good play downtown.
I'm not
With
surprised.
great actors in it. And it's at
For example?
it's at the Truck and Warehouse Theater on 4th Street in the Barry, and people should not be afraid to go down there because it's not as dangerous as Times Square.
That's easy to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to step over one or two, resting people on the side. But you can still get in without peril to your life. I mean, it's not as dangerous as appearing on a Dick Cavett show.
People recline on the sidewalk there. Let me ask you about Marlon Brando.
Oh, you're trying to stay off of the subject of my play.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
He's not in anything of mine right now.
Well, he is in a sense. They're always Streetcar. The film was on television recently.
Oh, yes, that's right.
When Brando hit, it was like dynamite, and he hit in the New York theater, and then again in films and all.
Yeah.
Can you remember when you first saw him? Did you see the dynamite there? Was it?
Yes, it was quite obvious, and not merely that, but the great sweetness and a niceness of character was there. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was just he gave the most terrific first reading and cool reading I've ever heard, and seen.
What you mean? Do you mean came in and sight read the play?
Yes, at Provincetown, Massachusetts. I was spending the summer between Truro and not awful.
Yes. And Brando.
Let's get back to small craft warnings. Come on.
Okay. Okay, we can.
All right, Brando doesn't need any publicity, does he?
No, but he's endlessly interesting to people, and I just thought to.
Oh, so am I.
Well, yes. Yes, you are.
Let's hope.
I think you are. Getting more so all the time. Where's your play set?
Huh?
Where's your play set?
What are you talking
What is
about
the
now?
setting of Small Craft Warnings?
I told you it was at the Truck and Warehouse
know.
Theater. Yes.
I know where it's playing, but let's try another approach here. As the curtain rises, what do we see?
You see a lighted stage
A lighted stage.
with very fine actors on it. They're not big names like Brando, but they're all superb actors. It's a great company of actors. It was a pleasure to know them. It was a pleasure to know everybody connected with. That's hostile laughter out there. It's not really friendly laughter. I'm sorry, but if you all were in my position with these itching hands and feet, you wouldn't feel very good either. Well, it's telling me.
That's telling them. Yeah. You know, they always talk about what an incredibly sensitive man you are. I say one always hears of what a very sensitive man you are. And I get that feeling, talking to you, having met you just these two times, that you have a great number of antennae out to all sorts of things that are going on in the room. And I suppose that's true of any great writer.
I have a peculiar faculty of being able to hear three conversations at once, and I think they're all adverse.
I mean, when you're in a room, say at a party or something, and you can
I can
actually
hear three different conversations at once. I'm tuned in to three conversations. I'll be holding a conversation with one person, I can hear two others in the same room.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
I have that feeling with Norman Mailer too, that he's.
Am I like him?
Well, no, only in that sense. I always have a feeling that Mailer, whereas he seems to be, concentrating and interested and right on the subject, what you're talking about, is getting an enormous number of impressions recorded from all around at the same time. And it turns out it's true when you read something that he's written about somewhere where he's been. Do you and Mailer get along?
I get along with, I'm inclined to like all the people who share the dreadful hardship of being writers, exposed to, the the world, of the literary world. I like them. I may quarrel with them occasionally. I like. He's not my most favorite writer, no, but I like him.